Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, so we're going to do something again a little bit different today, right? Building on that New Year's resolution that I had to sort of change things up and not be afraid to do something different. I'm actually going to speak about your guys' New Year's resolutions in this read, and it's going to be a pick a pile. So we're going to have three different piles, and each of these piles is going to represent a subject for a New Year's resolution. So our first pile, and I have two sets of oracle cards for each pile. So our first one is going to be about love, and in these ones I have the Lovers Oracle cards that will sort of set the tone for the read, and then we're going to be working in some of these energy Oracle cards as well. So this is going to be if your resolution is regarding romance. This might be an existing relationship and looking to build a sort of harmony or working towards a deeper commitment and connection. Or if it's looking to start that, looking to find your soulmate, searching that romantic connection out. Our second pile is going to be finances. So we're going to be talking about financial gain in the new year if that is your New Year's resolution. So we'll be using these fortune cards, as well as my manifestation oracle cards too. These ones were calling to me for this specific reason, so I think they're going to give some very good insight into that, finding that financial gain and improvement. The third one, and this one was definitely speaking to me, this one is more of a personal evolution. So I know if you guys watched my video the other day, I said my New Year's resolution is all about change. It's all about evolving and growing as a person, not just in my personal life, but with you guys, with Tarot Harmony as well, and spiritually, and finding that new way of being in the world and sort of evolving. And if you guys are like me and you're looking to evolve in different aspects of your life, and this might be something even like kicking a bad habit too, guys, we're going to use these oracle cards, and this will be our third pile. So I do have the animal totem cards. I felt that these were very important to use within this read, and I have a new deck of oracle cards as well. So we'll be using these guys, bringing these ones out, and that'll be for, like I said, personal evolution is what I'm going to call it, because it's all about evolving and growing as a person if that is your New Year's resolution. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to cut away. I'm going to show you a picture of some of these decks. We'll have, the 1, 2, 3, just like I did last time. And depending on what your resolution is for the year, that'll be the video that you want to watch. If you're looking for sort of an overall change, please feel free to join in and watch all of the reads. Alrighty guys. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so if your guys' New Year's resolution had to do with romance, then this would definitely be the read that you chose. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with these Lovers Oracle cards, these heart-shaped cards. They're absolutely beautiful, and they have wonderful messages about love. We'll let the powers that be pick some of these cards for you to sort of set the tone for the read, and then we'll build on whatever these cards have to say, and that one wanted to pop out. So we're going to get started with that guy. So sexual union, oh boy. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. Ooh, interesting, spicy card, guys. It's a spicy way to start your read. So this can definitely represent finding someone who you have that physical connection with as well. And then being able to give and to receive equally back and forth between the two of you, so that it's not one-sided, and using this type of physical love to be able to find a deeper connection as well. I'm going to pull a couple of more here. So I have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So this is about what you really want, guys. This is setting the tone for what you're really looking for in a relationship. And it does tie back into the sexual union, guys. And wanting a deeper connection. Wanting something that is more than just physical. I'm going to pull one more card here. I have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Interesting. So this might be somebody who you haven't met yet. This might also be somebody who you are currently with, but separated through distance too. And maybe that's where the sexual union comes in, is this physical longing to be together because you're having to spend some time apart, and maybe somebody travels a lot for work, or it's just a living circumstance right now. We're going to go ahead and use the energy oracle cards, and we're going to build on this read. So I'm going to get shuffling and we'll see what cards the powers that be choose for you. And I do have two that wanted to go sideways right away. So these are the ones that they're choosing for you. So I have a burst of magic. Interesting. This burst of magic is a beautiful card to get. This is when the two of you are able to physically connect and be together again. That there is that, I don't know if I want to call it that animal attraction, but definitely a deep physical attraction between the two of you. I also have it is what it is, and it is what it is does speak of a need of acceptance, and maybe that's the situation that you're in right now, in being physically apart and having to sort of work through it for now, accept what it is, but to realize that it won't always be that way. So for now, making the most of the time that you physically have together and finding other ways to be able to connect when you are physically apart. I also have shining through, that your love will shine through. Definitely coming together, being able to share that physical interaction and that deep connection will help to renew your connection from the times that you're apart. And I have beautiful uncaging. Beautiful uncaging is all about opening up your heart, not locking it away, being able to wear your heart on your sleeve and be vulnerable with somebody else. And this might also speak to maybe some insecurities when you're physically apart, and this might be from your side, this might be from the other person's side, or from both of you, and sort of playing on that what are they doing while I'm not around kind of thing. But what I can see in the cards is that the two of you would have a deep connection. And like I said, guys, this might be somebody who's in your life right now, or this might be somebody who you meet this year, and this is a situation that you're having to deal with. But in this beautiful encaging, I do see trust. I do see that trust is needed, and this acceptance for what the situation is at this moment in time, in this having to be apart, but that it won't always be like that, and it does make for a deeper physical connection and attraction when the two of you do come together. So I have the Sun card. The Sun card is a good omen card. It represents positive things manifesting for you. So this might speak to the fact that this is somebody who you're going to be meeting soon if you haven't met with them already. I also have the Hanging Man. The Hanging Man represents the only thing that could possibly hold you back from success in life is you. This is tied to this beautiful uncaging. This is all about trust. This is all about opening up your heart. I do have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands can represent taking back control. This is tied to it is what it is. It's tied to the beautiful encaging. It's tied to the things that can possibly get in the way of you finding success in this love, being able to take back control of whatever insecurities you might be feeling. And it's the same with the other person as well. Having that level of trust, overcoming whatever those negative emotions are, and believing in what the two of you have. I also have the Six of Cups. So this Six of Cups represents the past. It can be a blast from the past, someone or something from your past coming back into your life. So this might be somebody who you've already met and who you're going to be coming back into contact with. This Six of Cups can also represent learning lessons from the past though, guys. So this might speak to this beautiful uncaging and this need for trust in moving forward too. I do see the word children in my mind's eye, so there might be children involved as well. And this might be part of the traveling. Is that this other person's family, that they have little ones that live somewhere else with the other parent, and they're having to travel to visit, to keep in contact, and that might be part of this as well, guys. I do have the King of Cups. Okay, so cups can be indicative of a water sign. So this is Cancer, this is Pisces, this is Scorpio. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but that is something it can represent. Cups is also indicative of emotions. And so he could be the king of emotions. So this king can represent, and I see positivity coming off this king. I don't see negativity. I see that love, I see the fulfillment, I see that emotional support, and that deep emotional connection between the two of you. The Five of Cups is a warning. So this ties into your beautiful uncaging. This is not to get stuck in negative emotions or thoughts so much so that you can't see positivity around you. So this would be whatever these thoughts are that are hanging you up. That might be a little bit of insecurities. It might be a little bit of fear with all the traveling and having to spend that physical time apart. I also have the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords, when I look at him, I see the words white knight. It's like this person is your white knight. It's somebody who you view in all aspects of somebody you're extremely attracted to. And not just physically, though I do feel from what the cards have said, there is a pretty deep physical attraction. I feel like there's something else there. I get the word admire in my mind. So this is somebody that you're going to admire for being able to do what they need to do with this traveling, because this is a part of their life. This is part of their responsibilities. It's part of something that they have to do, and in that I see integrity and I see honesty in what they're having to do with this travel. And this might involve, like I said, children, and having to travel to be with their children. I do have the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands can represent travel, guys. This card can also represent swift change, and it might tie into the Sun card and represent that you're going to be meeting this person soon. It also speaks to communication, so having open lines of communication, not allowing any possible thoughts or feelings, dark ones sort of from the past, insecurities creeping in to cause trouble. I also have the Knight of Cups, which represents an emotional victory, and being open and honest with that lines of communication, this is definitely going to get you that emotional victory. This emotional victory can also tie in with the fact that you might be meeting this person soon. And like I see from all the cards, you have this deep physical connection, deep physical attraction with this person, but I also see a lot of potential for a deep emotional connection and a building for a future, a building for a life. But there is an aspect here that you have to accept, and that is this travel. That is this having to go away for whatever this reason is. This is something that this person has to do, and it's something that you're going to need to accept. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be like this, but for now, that's what it is. I also have the Temperance card, so she reiterates that she's that balance between emotion and logic, not allowing those insecurities to run away with you. So she ties into the 7 of Wands, the Hanging Man, the beautiful uncaging, and the it is what it is, this level of acceptance and this willingness to trust this person. I also have the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands can represent conflict. This might be an outer conflict, or it might be an inner conflict within you. It could also speak to both. This might be the inner conflict in you wrestling with whatever this beautiful uncaging is, these insecurities, this Temperance card, this balance between emotion and logic. If it speaks to an inner conflict, it speaks on their side and what they're dealing with this travel. It's tied into their travel. Now, like I said, I kept getting the distinct impression with children, with the 6 of Cups. So this might be their ex who they're still arguing with, and it might have to do with custody. It might have to do with visitation as well, and maybe being able to travel with the children instead of having to travel to the children. But there is a level of conflict here that's going on, and I feel it coming from their side, and that is separate from you. I do have the Fool card. The Fool card represents taking a leap of faith, guys. So this is all about that trust, trusting this person, trusting their motives, trusting that they are this White Knight who you admire, because you do definitely admire them. That is how you see them. You see them as a White Knight. They stand up, they do the right thing, they're honest, they have integrity, they're trying to move in the right way in life. I do have the Strength card too. So it's going to take inner strength on your part to be able to overcome whatever these insecurities are, whatever these little negative thoughts or feelings are that are trying to throw you here. You're going to have to dig deep to find the strength and take that leap of faith and force yourself to trust. You might have been hurt in the past. This might be a really difficult thing for you to do, having that physical distance and sort of wondering what's going on. From all of the cards that I can see, this is not a bad person. This is somebody who you can trust. This is somebody who tries to do the right thing in their life. I mean, they're a human, right? We're all human. We do make mistakes, but this is not somebody who's dishonest. This is not somebody who's going to go out of their way to hurt your feelings. I also have the Ace of Cups, which represents new beginnings. And when this shows up in a read, when you're speaking about love, depending on the other cards around it, it can speak to the beginning of a new relationship. So we might be tying back to the Sun card, to the 8 of Wands, to the fact that you might be meeting this person soon if you haven't met them already. And the Chariot card represents perseverance. This is this positive movement forward. And this is also tying into this it is what it is, to this allowing yourself to take a leap of faith, to trust, to open up your heart to this person. Moving in a forward positive way is going to bring you positive, loving results. Alrighty guys, that is what Tarot had to say about your New Year's resolution of romance. I hope you guys very much enjoyed the read. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're looking forward towards the next video, which is going to be about finance, just hang on a second, because I'm going to have to cleanse my cards, shuffle everything, and get all set up to get going again. Alrighty, take care guys. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so if your New Year's resolution involves finances, money, financial gain, financial improvement, this is going to be that read for you. So I have these fortune reading cards. These are the ones that I'm going to start the read with. We're going to set the tone. So there are a few in here that talk about love, they talk about romance, but everything, because we're dealing with finance, everything is going to refer to your financial situation and what's coming in this upcoming year. A little bit of advice, a little window into what's going on, something that's going to give you a little bit of an edge in that New Year's resolution, in finding that gain, finding that improvement, whatever this is. If you're looking for a new job, a career, maybe to invest. Let's see what the cards have to say about all of this. And this guy did not want to go back in. So we have birth. So universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. Interesting. This is a great card to get, guys, because this card definitely speaks of something new coming. It speaks of some sort of opportunity, the birth of maybe a new job, a new project, a new path, something new. It's a great card to get in your read. We're going to pull a couple more. So I do have thorns. So weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. So it's not going to be easy street. There are going to be some challenges this year in working your way to this new opportunity, or whatever this new opportunity is might involve challenges as well that you're going to have to overcome. I'm going to grab one more here. So we do have Devil. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. So this card is definitely going to represent that need to be able to be cautious with what's going on in your life right now, not putting yourself in a spot where you're going to hoop yourself. To me, the first thing that comes to my mind is quitting your job without anything to go to just because you absolutely hate your job, which, oh God, guys, I know how bloody tempting that is when you really hate a job. This is the first thing that comes into my mind with this Devil card. This speaks of a need for planning and being careful so that you're doing this in a way that's a smoother transition. This might be where your thorns are, and weathering the storm and sort of just hunkering down and dealing with whatever the situation is that you're in right now while actively looking for new opportunities. I'm going to use these manifestation cards, and we're going to see how they can add to this read and helping you find this financial gain in your future, this financial improvement for this upcoming year. I can feel them jumping around already, so they're getting all organized just for you here. Oh yeah, those guys all wanted to pop out, so those are the ones that belong to you for your read. So we have speak your world into being. So this card is going to represent the need to ask for what you want. So there might even be an opportunity within the current employment position that you are in for a promotion, for a change, for a raise, whatever this is. This is all about asking for what you want. This is all about saying it out loud as well, so that the universe knows what you're after, and the universe can help you to manifest this in your life, guys. I also have be real. So be real speaks of a need to be able to be not just realistic, but with what you're looking for, with your goals as well, but being open and honest with yourself about your skills, your qualifications, what you need to do to get there. So this is formulating this plan too, and recognizing that I can't go from point A to point Z just like that there's a lot of steps in between, and being able to formulate that plan so that it makes sense and it's a nice smooth transition for you. I also have know your worth. So this is believing in yourself. This is trusting in yourself, in your qualifications, in your skills, in what you're able to do and where your strengths lie, and believing in those and not being afraid to tell people about them, because sometimes we sort of downplay our skills. This is going to play a big part in you getting what you want. And this might be looking for a new job. This might be asking for some sort of a promotion, a raise, whatever this is. And this is going to be part of speaking your world into being, not being afraid to say, hey, I'm smart. Hey, I'm a hard worker. I'm good at this. These are my skills. I would fit well in this position. I also have embrace the flow of life. And this is going to tie into the thorns and the weathering the storm, because this might not all come about overnight. This might be something that you have to work at for a little bit of time, and sort of being able to recognize that just because something is what it is at this very moment in time doesn't mean that it can't change. We're going to see what Tarot has to say about this. So we have the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles represents wealth and success. He is representative in this read of where you're wanting to get to. I also have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands speaks to triumph over obstacles. So this is also speaking to thorns. This is also speaking to there will be challenges along the way that you're going to have to navigate. But in this card, I see it tied to the King of Pentacles. So I see you being able to get to a better place in this coming year, being able to find some level of success, some level of financial gain, and being able to work towards a new future that you're going to be able to overcome. The Six of Wands also represents being recognized as well. As if you can see, he's sitting up on that horse right there, and there's all those people in the crowd that are cheering for him. They're recognizing his success. So this is tied into the know your worth as well, and being able to speak that out loud so that your qualities and your qualifications can be recognized and be considered for whatever it is that you're looking for. I do have the Star card. The Star card represents clarity and it represents hope. The clarity definitely ties into the Be Real card. It ties into this planning for the future, defining what it is that you want, making a plan to get there. I have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands can represent feeling overwhelmed or overburdened. And this might speak to where you're sitting at right now and wanting this change, wanting something different, wanting a financial gain, unsure of how to get there. And maybe bills are piling up, or there's this heavy financial burden. You're having trouble sort of making ends meet as well. And it's very stressful. The World card, this is, guys, you couldn't get a better card in your read. This World card is a good omen. It represents positive things manifesting for you. Now, these are not ones that show up out of the blue, like winning a lotto ticket. These ones are more like ones that you're having to earn. You're having to earn by overcoming obstacles and challenges in your life, by learning personal lessons, by going through personal growth. It also speaks to something that you work hard for a long time, being rewarded by having that coming to fruition. So having this in your read ties back into this Six of Wands. It ties back into this King of Pentacles. It says that within this coming year, with your hard work, with your planning, with your recognition for who you are, being able to speak for what you want, and being able to go with the flow and navigate challenges, that you're going to be able to come out on top by the time the year is done. I also have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can represent swift change. He can represent moving. He can represent moving on. He can represent that very high energy, and that's why he speaks of swift change. It's sort of like a high energetic person sort of coming at you all crazy. Like he can also represent somebody who sometimes thinks or sort of acts without thinking. So this is also tied into this need to plan, to not be rash. Rash was the word that kept coming into my mind. Don't be rash. Don't just quit. Don't threaten to quit if you don't get what you want. Being able to do this in a more organized way, whatever it is that you're looking for, sort of biding your time with wherever you're at. If there's an opportunity, so asking for it, saying that you are qualified for it, why you think you should get it, arguing your case. If they're not going to give it to you, then you just quietly plan to leave. You quietly plan for something else, to find another opportunity, but do not spider face. Don't leave yourself out in the cold. Don't react rashly. That leaves you in a bad spot. And I do have the King of Wands. This King of Wands, he does represent passion. He represents drive. He represents ambition. But like the Knight of Wands, he can sometimes act without thinking. He can sometimes be hot-headed as well. These are things that you're going to have to look out for as well, to not allow yourself to give in to these frustrations and to act out of frustration as well. All these cards, from what I can see, I see a lot of positivity in them. I see a lot of positive change for this future in this ongoing year, but it's going to take careful planning, and it's going to take weathering the storm and navigating ongoing challenges. I also have the Emperor. So this Emperor represents success. He is the epitome of success. He's your end result, what you're looking for. You are not going to get to him at the end of this year. You're going to be closer though, because we have this King of Pentacles here, and I feel this King of Pentacles is definitely representative of the success, the improved success, the improved financial situation that you're going to find yourself in by the end of the oncoming year here. But this Emperor card is where you would like to be. This is your ideal. This is sort of like your North Star. This is what you're shooting for. This is your dream of where you want to be. You will not get to him within a year. It might take time, but you will see improvement within a year. You will see that you are well on your way to getting to where you want to be. This Emperor is something that needs a long-term plan for, and this is what the cards are talking about too, making a long-term plan to get to this Emperor. And I have the Chariot card. The Chariot card represents that positive forward movement. So persevering when shit gets tough, when shit gets overwhelming, when you're having trouble navigating these obstacles, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling stuck. Just keep pushing forward, staying positive, knowing that change is coming. There will be an opportunity out there. You will be able to find that improvement. I also have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups represents emotional victory. And this is going to come from formulating a plan. This plan is going to give you hope. Because right now, I don't feel like you have that hope. I feel like you want this change, but there's no plan in place to where you want to get to. You haven't maybe clearly defined what this Emperor represents to you. But being able to have that vision in your mind and your plan to get there, this is going to help to lift you up. This is going to help to keep you going. It's going to help you to dig deep and find this perseverance like the Chariot card is talking about. And the Empress, this is going to be a year of personal growth for you as well. And it's going to come from formulating this plan. It's going to come from keeping your emotions, this frustration in check. It's going to come from recognizing your worth and not being afraid to speak it out loud and ask for what you want in life. And then this opportunity that comes, because this Birth card is here. It says there's an opportunity coming, and I believe the World card is tied into this too. Something will be coming, and by the end, within the year, you will find that improvement. There will be some improvement because we have the Six of Wands. We have this King of Pentacles here sitting in your read. I also have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords represents triumph. You will be able to find your way to where you want to go. It may take a little bit longer than you would like, but by the end of the oncoming year, you will be able to find a level of success that you are not experiencing right now. But like I said, it's going to take keeping emotions and frustrations in check, not acting rashly, having a plan, formulating that plan, being able to define where it is you want to go, and having that plan to get there, and then being able to ask for it, to go out there and try and ask for that opportunity to say, I think I deserve it because I'm good at this, because I'm talented in this area, because I can handle this and I have this experience. I can do this job. I deserve this opportunity. And eventually you will have that right opportunity come, because we do have the Birth card here, guys. And like I said, within the next year, there will be some improvement. Alrighty, guys, so that is your financial read. If that was your New Year's resolution to improve your finances, to find some financial gain, I think there's some valuable advice from tarot there on how to get to where you want to go. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're looking forward to that personal evolution read, just stay tuned for a second. I'm just going to get my work area cleaned up. I'm going to cleanse my cards, shuffle them up, and get ready to go for the next read. Take care. Hey, welcome back. All right, so if your New Year's resolution included personal growth and personal evolution, this is going to be the read for you. We are going to start with these totem cards, these animal totem cards. I absolutely love these cards. They have some beautiful wisdom in them. We're going to glean some wisdom off of what changes you can expect in this new year, maybe what attitudes you need to embrace that are going to help you on this journey of personal growth. This might even involve spiritual growth as well, or maybe kicking some bad habits, finding a new way of thinking or a new way of being in this world. And they are already jumping out of my hands here. So we got a couple here up top. We're going to start with these guys. So we have Loon. Loon represents intuitive. So listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Interesting. So this card is definitely speaking to the spiritual side of this change that you're going through, being able to develop spiritually, taking time out from busy life, the hustle and the bustle that we all have to go through, to spend time within yourself. This might involve meditation or doing something that you find meditative that'll help you to get grounded and centered and get in touch with that third eye of yours, to be able to find guidance on this new journey and to find the answers that you might be seeking spiritually as well. We do have Lizard. Lizard represents regeneration. This is a great card to get, guys. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. So it's like a rebirth. whatever this is that you're going through this time in your life, it's going to involve spirituality for you, but it will be a rebirth. I see a change in perspective, a change in the way that you look in the world, a change in the way that you look at life in general and how you live your life, and what you really want out of it and what really matters and what's really important. We're going to pull one more card here. And we have dolphin, which represents play. So swim in the happy joy of living, inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. What a beautiful card, and it fits wonderfully. Being able to find that joy in everyday life is going to help you on this journey too, and this is going to help you. This might be your thing that you find meditative and helps you to decompress and see situations more clearly, be able to find the clarity that you need. And like I said before, what really matters in life, what really matters to you. I have this new deck of oracle cards. We're going to crack these out because I felt like these fit in very well with personal growth and evolution. We'll let the powers that be pick a card. Well, we'll pick a few cards for you. I'll see what they have to say here, and I can feel them jumping around in my hands. Yeah, there's the ones. I knew we were going to get some popping out right away. So this first one is envy. So guys, as soon as I pulled this card, the first thought that came into my mind was keeping up with the Joneses. It's like that need to have material things because everybody else has them, and trying to keep up in that way, and then losing sight of those emotional and spiritual things that matter. It sort of throws the works off balance. This is what you're going to find in your meditation. This is what you're going to find in your solitude and trusting your third eye. You're going to be able to find a way of being grounded that has nothing to do with material things around you. It's going to change your perspective on life, guys. I also have Angel of Strength is with you. This is speaking to the personal strength that you're going to find on this journey. This is going to, I'm an empath, so I can actually feel the change. I can feel the change of perspective. I can feel the energy and the emotions that go with these cards. This is going to be like a complete overhaul in the way that you feel about life around you and what's really important. And in this, I feel calm, like extreme calm and inner peace. It's beautiful, guys. I also have cornucopia. Cornucopia represents this bounty that's going to be coming your way, this personal bounty of, like I said, this inner peace, this inner calm that I can just feel that goes with this transition. It's like this being comfortable within your own skin, like this coming home within yourself and truly trusting, believing in yourself and who you are as a person. I also have a broken heart. So broken heart can speak to mending as well. There might be a bit of heartbreak, and maybe this was the catalyst that set off this need for change. Something happened in your life, and it could have been a relationship that came to an end. This could have also been some other chapter of your life that came to an end that brought disappointment. It brought emotional loss. It brought a lot of hurt. It brought a lot of grief. But it brought this up. It brought this change up in your mind, this need, this longing for something different, a different way of being. And I have the 6 chakras. So this chakra, this represents your third eye. So we're getting a lot of spiritual cards in here, guys. So definitely there's a need to tap into your third eye. There's a need to tap into the spiritual side of yourself. I see spiritual growth coming within the next year. It's also going to be, like I said, it's going to be on a much deeper level than that too. There's going to be spiritual growth. There's going to be personal growth. It's going to change the way you view yourself. It's going to change the way you view the world and the way that you live within the world as well. Let's see what tarot has to say. The 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles represents starting to see the fruits of your labor. So being able to make these changes, they're going to come quite quickly. These emotions, these feelings that go along with the clarity that you're going to be getting, is going to come quite quickly to you once you start putting in the time to meditate. Once you start putting in the time to decompress, to get grounded, you're going to notice these changes popping up quite quickly. The 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands represents feeling overwhelmed or overburdened. This, I got pulled back to the broken heart. This is the emotions that go along with this loss and the heaviness that they bring. And not wanting to feel this way anymore, wanting to be able to heal, wanting to be able to feel lighter is the word that comes to my mind. And move forward and embrace a new life. And find a deeper meaning as well. I do have the 10 of Pentacles. This 10 of Pentacles is a lot like cornucopia. This represents wealth. And I don't feel like we're speaking about material wealth. We're not talking about money here. This is a much deeper kind of wealth. Something a little bit more meaningful, guys. Let's face it. This is spiritual. This is personal. This is how you feel about yourself, how you feel about life, how you feel about the world around you, and how you connect to it all. I also have the Justice card. So this Justice card represents balance. This is tied to broken heart too. This might have been a divorce, guys. This might have been a divorce or something that had to go through the court system, whatever this disappointment was, that brought some sort of a finality, some sort of a justice, but it tied into something that was heartbreaking too. So even if you got your justice, even if you got that balance, it still came at an emotional cost because something came to an end. I also have the 8 of Cups, which represents a bright new journey forward. So we're definitely talking about leaving the past behind. Leaving the past behind and moving forward with a new chapter, embracing a new chapter, embracing a bright new future and possibilities. And the Queen of Wands. So a Wands is indicative of fire signs. So it might be somebody who's an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag this read might represent. Or she can represent that passion, that ambition, and that drive, and finding that passion again, lighting that fire within yourself and your soul again, and moving forward. And I have the 7 of Swords, so this is also tying into this justice situation. There was an injustice, it involved lies, it involved deceit, possibly cheating, whatever this was that had to be overcome. And there was a lot of deep hurt that went with it, and anger, because I do see the word anger when I look at the Queen of Wands, and this might be emotions that you're still processing and you're still moving forward from. You're still healing this broken heart as well, but being able to find this deep spiritual connection and it's the word I'm looking for. It's like this security and this safety and this coming home, being able to find this within yourself. This is going to help with your healing, guys. This is going to help with the moving forward. This is going to help with letting go of this past, whatever this deceit was that you had to deal with. The 7 of Pentacles, she represents an abundant harvest. So not just the abundance of the harvest, which is this cornucopia, it's this 10 of Pentacles, it's these emotions and these energies that I'm feeling that go along with this change. It also speaks of the groundwork that has to get put in to attain that. And this groundwork is all about this spiritual growth. It's all about this taking time to meditate, to do things that are meditative, to play, to enjoy life, to tap into your third eye, and to view the world in a different way. The 2 of Swords represents that feeling of indecision, struggling with moving forward, struggling with making a choice. This could tie into the Justice card, and maybe struggling with whatever this was and coming to terms with this ending, coming to terms with whatever this was. Because like I said, even if you got balance, even if you got justice, it came at an emotional cost. So there were mixed feelings that went with this Justice card. There was almost like, on one end, there was a bit of happiness to have the finality. There is a bit of relief as well with that, and maybe there is some financial money that came from this as well, but there was still that emotional loss. You had to give something up in order to attain that. Something had to come to an end, and it was not a nice end from what I can see in the cards. It was very hurtful. I do have the World card though. She is a good omen, guys. So she represents positive things manifesting for you, but these are not ones that show up out of the blue. These are ones that you have to earn, and this is speaking to this abundant harvest that you're going to be receiving by being able to move forward in a healing way, by being able to dig deep and tap into your spiritual side to find that meaningfulness of life within that, to be able to enjoy things around you, do things that you enjoy that are healing, because that's what this Dolphin card is all about in this play. Doing things that you enjoy again, because maybe with all this crap that went on, you just wanted to shut yourself away. You just wanted to shut down. You didn't want to have to deal with anyone or anything. And being able to get out there and start to do the things that you loved again is going to help to change your perspective. It's going to help to bring you that joy. It's going to help to bring you that happiness as well. This is going to contribute to this regeneration that the Lizard card was talking about as well. This is going to be a time for change. This is going to be a time for rebirth for you. And the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is a lot like Loon. It's taking time out for yourself, getting away from the hustle and bustle, taking time to connect with who you are as a person, to connect with the universe and spirit, that spiritual side of you, tapping into your third eye and being able to find clarity within that, being able to get grounded. And the Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands can represent swift change. He can represent moving, like physically moving residences. He can also represent moving on. So moving homes might be in this future for the year, but definitely moving on from the past, moving on from this Justice card, the broken heart, the deceit, this bright new journey forward. It's like this Eight of Cups, leaving the past behind, leaving all those spilt cups behind, and starting a new journey forward. We also have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she represents that truth, that integrity, that being true to yourself. She also speaks of logic, but in her, I see more of the truth. I definitely see that truth, that honesty, and being true to yourself. This is going to be a big part in you moving forward because you're looking after you and your needs now, and you're developing who you are as a person and caring for you. This is not anymore about this deceit. This person, you've had this justice, we've had the finality. This person's no longer there, and now it's time to focus on you in this oncoming year. I also have the Two of Pentacles, which represents balance. So that's what this new year is going to bring for you. It's going to bring a chance for overall balance. And in one of our other decks, we have the Body and Soul card. And this card represents how every part of us is interconnected. And if one of them is off, it throws the whole works off. So we're talking about your mind, your heart, your soul. If you're sad, it makes you feel like crap. It makes you feel tired. It makes you feel run down. You get shitty thoughts running through your mind. It throws the whole works off. In this oncoming year, being able to dig deep and grow your spirituality, take time for yourself to heal and move on, you are going to bring balance to all aspects of your life. Alrighty guys, that's an absolutely beautiful read. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you enjoyed the New Year's resolution pick a pile reads, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for tuning in, and take care.